We want to look to reshaping Silicon Valley. Meanwhile, instead of chasing the next Snapchat or hot new cryptocurrency, one organization is instead focused on tackling the nation's biggest challenges. Joining us right now to talk more about it is Kairos founder Ankur Jain. Ankur, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, guys.
So you're teaming up with big names like New York Times CEO Mark Thompson, Dr. Oz, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, to fix problems faced by everyday Americans. Explain.
I mean, look, you guys know better than anybody here on this show. This last election, if there's one thing to learn, it's that everyday people are fed up with being forgotten. And Silicon Valley, we've taken pride for a long time in solving some of the world's biggest problems. But I don't think it takes more than a couple minutes at this dark CES to see another Alexa-powered toaster, Alexa-powered fridge, Alexa-powered toilet to realize that these aren't the biggest problems the world is facing. And so when you look back at where the opportunities lie for tech, it really goes back to some of these challenges we're all dealing with. Like, we have today a population graduating with over $1.5 trillion of student loans. Right? We have people in cities like New York paying 60% of their income on rent. And the irony of the whole thing is that when you talk about the Valley as a venture business for big disruption of traditional industries, I have no idea if the smart home appliance market is a $10 billion market or a $100 billion market. But I can tell you that student loans, housing, parenting, fertility, these are trillion-dollar markets today, ripe for disruption.
So you think the lineup is there for I mean, because always the question for the companies wouldn't be, well, we're going to do this out of the goodness of our own heart. We're going to do this because we can make money. So you're arguing to them, yeah, we can.
Look, technology plays a very critical role, and technology is no longer an isolated bubble where we operate in our own little playground. Yeah. Today, everything is tech. And so the question is, where do we need new solutions the most? And not just nice to have. And I think that's the problem. Is again, like, you look at some of the biggest and most well-funded companies in the last year. I mean, again, I don't know if we need another $700 juicer. Right?
Yeah, right.
And so, but
or
again,
a $4,000 treadmill,
yeah,
which was unveiled.
Well, or the $4,000 treadmill from Peloton.
From Peloton.
That's right. So I mean, again, if you think back, like, what are the opportunities that we should be paying attention to? There are some interesting areas that I think we'll even see this year.
Like what?
So I think, one of the big trends that we'll see in 2018 is, I call it the trend of baby boomers becoming the new millennials, in the sense that for the first time ever, you have an entire generation, 10,000 people retiring a day, and the first generation that's tech savvy, right? So 72% of baby boomers use Facebook daily. Think about that. So you've got a generation that's retiring that's now comfortable using mobile phones, tech at home, et cetera. And one of the big shifts we'll see from that is that healthcare is going to be moving out of the hospitals and into the homes, because you're comfortable using tech to diagnose your issues, track your health, et cetera, which was never the case before. So people would end up in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chair a retirement community in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And there's pressure in that community just along what you're saying, because people want to stay at home.
That's right.
So there's diagnostic tools to help them with their health at home.
That's right.
As opposed to moving into a retirement community and going through the level of care that's available in that community.
There's levels of 40% depression in some of these senior homes today, right?
Wow.
So when you think about how bad that environment is, and it's not just the boomers, it's the boomers' parents, who they can now take care of by using these tech-enabled solutions, putting basic things in their homes. I mean, the 1980s version of this was the Life Alert, right? Today, an Apple Watch can be tracking someone's health more efficiently and effectively than any other platform. They're better than these care homes. And so if you think that there's a big opportunity for technology to focus on problems like that.
So what about immigration? I mean, this is another major issue. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy joined me on Sunday to talk about whether Congress is going to be able to reach a bipartisan deal. And this hits right to Silicon Valley, among other industries. Listen.
We want to solve this problem, but most importantly, we don't want to have to deal with this problem in the future. So you've got to have border security. You got to deal with chain migration, and it's a place that everybody could find common ground and solve. Look, if we don't deal with the security and with chain migration, we will be back before us on a DACA issue in a few years. And that's the wrong thing for America to do. We need to maintain the rule of law, deal with those individuals that were brought here no fault of their own, but actually have a border security so it does not happen again.
What's the answer, Ankur? You work with leaders in the industry, and you're trying to refocus Silicon Valley.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is one of the most important, I think, bipartisan issues of the year, right? And Silicon Valley, I think, is actually more aligned with Congress than people think. The Silicon Valley is a land of immigrants, and it's always been a merit-based system. So I don't think anybody in Silicon Valley is opposed to an idea of a merit-based system. I think there are nuances that matter a lot, though, right? Which is one is I don't think we in the tech world are comfortable just sending people out. We need to give everybody a chance. And I think that's something that's a fairly bipartisan approach. I think at the same time, we also need to make sure that if we're going to do a merit-based system, we value the right skills. And maybe English speaking is one of them. I think this is one of the big debates today. But if you look at the Valley, for example, some of our best and brightest talent is coming in with limited English proficiency, but learning quickly and driving these new companies. I mean, look at like every company from Google to even the CEOs. Today, Satya from Microsoft came in barely speaking English. Right?
Are we losing too many of them, though, that come in here and be educated? Are they staying?
No,
like
so we're seeing this today. I mean, this is part of the challenge. It's not even the fact that they're being kicked out, which I think is a little bit of a myth. It's the fear of being kicked out. Right? Combined with the fact that there's so much economic opportunity now for them back in their home countries. Right? So we just have to take it. Like, I think we all agree. We want the best and brightest in this country, and we all need to work together to get that to happen.
And we've never made English a barrier to immigration, and I don't think we should start.
I agree. I mean,
that second generation learns English perfectly.
Right.
First generation, they may keep the language in the house, to be sure, because they want to hold on to their culture, but they want the kids to learn the language and get out there and participate in the great American dream.
Hey, look, my dad speaks better English than I do. And he has a great tech. Whenever he's negotiating with somebody, if people say things he doesn't like, he gets to use the excuse of saying, English isn't my first language, so maybe you didn't understand me. And then say it again. Right?
But people down south use that too, by the way. Just to let you know.
Really, really great insights, Ankur. Great to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Thank you so much. We'll be watching your developments. Ankur Jain joining us there.